Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So we are going to have a conversation either with or about uh, Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei. Okay. And you guys asked the questions. Actually, I posted a few months ago and I'm finally getting to your questions. And this will be interesting. I'm going to ask the lead team if they want to answer the questions or if we could call in Ali's um, energy to answer the question or his higher self. Okay. So I am going to just call him Ali, not out of disrespect. It's just easier for me than having to repeat his full name over and over again. But I do understand his last name to be pronounced because I just did a pronunciation check on Google, Khamenei. Okay, even though it starts with a K. So what I find really interesting to start, do you guys remember when we were kids? I have no idea where this came from, but I had to look this up because I was like, is the supreme leader the same as the Ayatollah? And it's not. So the Ayatollah is the highest ranking religious leader. Let me just double check that. Highest ranking religious leader. Yep. Highest ranking religious title. The supreme leader is the most powerful political and religious position in Iran's government. So political and religious. Okay. Because what's interesting to me, do you guys remember the song that we were taught to sing when we were younger? I don't know, like it spread around through the kids. It's probably pretty rude. I know it's very rude, but I'm going to sing it anyways because it might bring back some memories for some of you. And I would love to know like where this came from. Now, if you're not in your 50s or 60s or 70s, you probably have never heard this. I don't know. You'll have to tell us. If you're younger than 50, did this continue to go on? I highly doubt it because it probably had something to do with developing some fear for us around Iran at that time. I'm not sure. But the song went, the Ayatollah had a way of screwing up the USA. My voice. Do you guys remember that? Like we took the Oscar Mayer song. The Ayatollah had a way of screwing up the USA. That was it. That was all I remember. So what the heck, you guys? Where did that come from? Okay, we'll just end it there. But bringing this whole thing up, I thought, oh, is this the Ayatollah? Who are we talking about? And if the supreme leader is the highest position, why were we singing a song about the Ayatollah screwing up the USA? So that's kind of interesting too. Unless the supreme leader position is newer, maybe it's within the last 50 years, it was developed. Because I'm sure I learned that when I was 5 or something. 5 or 7 or something. So very weird, right? Okay, so just a little intro, and then I've got 40 of your questions to ask. All right, so Ali Khamenei served as Iran's supreme leader for more than 35 years. In Iran, the supreme leader is the most powerful person in the country with authority over the military, major government decisions, foreign policies, and many religious matters. Is that any different than like the Queen or the King of England? Because I think they run the military too, right? Not the I don't think they do the politics though. The Queen does not, the King doesn't do the politics, I don't think. So before becoming supreme leader, he served as Iran's president. So they also have a president, and was a close ally of the leader of Iran's 1979 Islamic Revolution. Oh, that's interesting. He was a close ally of the leader of Iran's 1979 Islamic Revolution. After that leader died, Khamenei became one of the most influential figures in the Middle East. During his time in power, he was involved in decisions affecting war, religion, women's rights, relations with the United States, Iran's nuclear program, and the direction of the country itself. Because he held that position for so long, many people are curious, we are as a community, about a unique question. If someone with that much power crosses over, so basically what Mabel is giving us here is based on your questions, this is kind of what the community is mostly curious. Again, we have 40 questions, very specific, but this is kind of the overall conclusion that is drawn from those questions, okay? If someone with that much power crosses over, do they see their decisions differently from the other side? So that's kind of an interesting conclusion. So this episode will explore your questions about leadership, regret, religion, women, war, freedom, Iran's future, and whether a person's understanding of power, belief, and right and wrong changes after crossing over. Okay? All right, I'm curious about this. And then the next video I'm going to record is going to be a pendulum conversation. I'll ask if that would be appropriate with Ollie. Okay. All right. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the lead team collective, and the lead team collective, so does all of the highest and purest light. Amen. I have a frog in my throat, I can tell. Okay, so lead team, thank you so much for being here and partnering with us, as always. I'm going to do let me ask first. Well, do I do the law of challenge first? Yeah, I'll do the law of challenge first. So, in the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. Okay. At the end of this video, I'm going to ask a question about saying this prayer in every video, and I'm doing a poll. So if you want to participate in the poll, it will be up by the time you see this video, okay? So you could go to the post area of the channel and participate in the poll. Okay. So I hope I remember to do it at the end. I think I should. Okay, so lead team, do you see the questions in front of me? All right. Are these questions that you would like to answer? Okay. Are they questions that are in our highest and best to know, to have an answer to? Yes. Okay. And is it okay for us to ask the higher self of the supreme leader of Iran, Ali Khamenei, to answer the questions for us? Yes. Is he in a position to do that now? Has he had enough adjustment period? Yes. Okay. I just want to honor his... Who did we ask, you guys? Oh, David Wilcock. I'm going to just ask real quick because I'm curious. Is David Wilcock now in a position to talk with us directly? Okay. Because when I asked a couple of weeks ago, it was shortly after he passed or transitioned. He wasn't. So, okay. We could probably have a session with him. Okay, so let's please call in. Before I do, is this energy I'm calling in of the highest and purest light? Yes, okay. So, okay, let's call in the Supreme Leader, please. All right, is this Ali Khamenei? Hi, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We are just confirming that you are of the highest and purest light. Yes, I'm actually going to ask you 3 times, okay? Ali Khamenei, are you of the highest and purest light? At least this energy I'm talking to. Yes. Okay, thank you. Are you of the highest and in the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? I better ask 3 times again. Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? I'm not sure I needed to do that, only because the lead team had already confirmed it, but why not? Okay, yes. Okay, very good. Okay, so Mr. Khamenei, I'm going to call you Ali if that's okay. Yes? Okay. We have questions for you. Do you see the questions that I have for you? Yes. Are there any that you're uncomfortable answering for us? No? Okay. If there's any that you're uncomfortable with or doesn't feel respectful, we really want to come from a loving place. So if they don't feel loving or respectful, then please just refrain from answering, okay? Yes. Okay. So, has crossing over, so you've transitioned, is that correct? Okay. So you have. Okay, I guess I'm confirming that. So did you transition in 2026 from Earth to wherever you transitioned to, let's say, the other plane or heaven? Yes. Okay, in 2026? Yes. Did you transition due to what happened by the war between Iran and the US and Israel? Yes. Okay. All right. So, has your crossing changed how you view your life decisions? Yes. Did you go through a life review? Yes. Was your life review painful? Yes. Did you, as a spirit, feel that pain? Yes. Okay. Is it that you felt the pain that you caused others from your decisions? Ah, okay. So now that you have seen that, you would do things differently if you could now? Yes. Okay. Did you also see good things that you did while you were alive? Yes. Okay. Did your good decisions, actions outweigh your bad? Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Do you now see your years as leader differently than you did while you were alive? Yes. Do you feel you took the opportunity that you were given to do really good in the world? No. Okay. Do you feel it was a wasted opportunity, let's say? Like you had an opportunity to do more from a loving place, more from love rather than fear and control? Yes. Okay. Did you genuinely believe your decisions were helping your country? Yes. Did you believe you were serving a greater purpose as the human? Yes. Was that due to your upbringing? Yes. Did you ever question your upbringing and I'd say the conditioning that you had? Did you ever question that? Yes. Okay. Well, did your questioning lead you to the decisions that you made as supreme leader? Ah, yes. Were you raised to believe the things that you did, that would be, I would say, of fear and control. Were you raised that way to understand that? Oh, no. Okay. And so you were not raised to under the fear and control conditioning. No. Were you raised under more unity and love conditioning? Oh, wow. Yes. And then you were influenced by the control and fear. Oh, wow. Okay. Did that have to do with your relationship with the revolution, with the leader of the revolution in 1979? Yes. Okay. Because my understanding is Iran was a freer country prior to then, right? Or let's say the humans living there, the souls living there, the spirits living there were freer. Yes. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's see. I've asked way more questions just that weren't on the list, so we're going to go more than 40. I just needed to get a little background. Okay, do leaders often believe they are doing good even when others experience harm from their decisions? Wow, yes, that's amazing. Do you think if you would have approached every decision you made from a place of love and unity, that you would have made the same decisions? No, it really is not that hard, you guys. Geez, we make it so much more complicated. Love and unity, love and unity. Okay. Yes, he's saying yes. Great question so far, you guys. That last one was amazing. Do you now understand why many people opposed your leadership? Yes. Why much wider swing? Was preserving power ever placed above the well-being of the people? Yes. Okay. And so, I mean, it sounds like you knew better. It sounds like you were raised. Yes. Okay. Did you view opposition as a threat to the country's future? Yes. In the future of keeping the country in control and fear? Yes. Suppressed, all that kind of stuff. Okay, looking back now, would you have handled some situations differently? Yes. Has crossing over changed how you view religion? Oh, yes. Do you now see spirituality differently than you did while you were alive? Actually, he's alive. I want to start changing that while you were on Earth, let's say, while you were human. Yes, because he's alive, you guys, he's alive. I'm really, doesn't it feel so much better to just really understand that you're not dying. People are not dying, that's a conditioning that they want us to believe. So we're just transitioning, we're leaving, one location and moving to another. Do you still view your religious beliefs the same way now that you're transitioned? No. Okay. Is part of what people believe about religion misunderstood on Earth? Yes. Okay. Are people often more divided by religion than religion itself requires? Yes. Would you say that if you looked at all the religions on Earth, would you say that they're really communicating the same message? Yes. And is that message one of love and unity primarily? Yes. Are the aspects of the religions on Earth, are the aspects of fear and separation, any aspects that are written about fear and separation, were those human written, changed, let's say? Yes. Or did all of it come from source? No. Okay. So the only parts of any religion that comes from source is grounded in unity and love. Yes. Okay. Were some political decisions that you made influenced more by human concerns than spiritual ones? Yes. I suppose your job, only a third of your job was from religion. Yes. Were you, as the supreme leader, supposed to be creating all of your policies, your decisions from a religious standpoint? Yes. Okay. But you did not do that. No, or let's just say a spiritual standpoint, but no. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I don't know. I had an egg. Must have a little allergy to the egg. I don't know. Okay. Are people capable, are humans, do you find humans capable of finding common ground across different faiths? Yes. Okay. Would you say the majority of humans can find common ground? Yes. Is it the minority that doesn't find common ground? Yes. Would you say that the minority is the loudest or the ones that, because it's fear and control? Yes. Okay. It's funny. It's kind of interesting because if we're always approaching life from love and unity, then I think we do get a little like, oh, you know, I think, I don't know, I'm sensing that our boundaries between love and unity and being clear with boundaries, I think there might be some confusion with that, right? So because, nice people always finish last, it's maybe a little bit more gullible. I'm just making huge references here, or generalizations. And that's maybe something we have to understand so that, because I do find that personally to be true too, is that there's a minority of people who want to function under fear and control, but they're the loudest. And we have to stop letting them be the loudest, basically, because they have figured out a way to do that because of our general nature of love and of wanting love and unity. I don't know how I'm trying to say this, but do you understand what I'm trying to say? Ollie, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yes? Okay. All right, let's see. Are humanity's spiritual similarities greater than its religious differences? Oh, wow. Yes. Okay, great. See, and there's just so much focus all the time on just the fear and the control. It's nuts. The algorithms, that's all it's control. It's ridiculous. Did your views about women change after crossing over? I would certainly hope so, yes, because how many lifetimes as a woman did you have? Did you have lifetimes as women? Yeah, so there you go. Okay. Did you believe that when you were the supreme leader? No. Okay. Looking back now, do you see restrictions placed on women differently? Yes. Do you believe some policies affecting women caused unnecessary suffering? Yes. Do you ever see that changing in your country again, in Iran? Yes. Do you think you will come back? And do you think you will come back maybe as a woman? Like, what's your next lifetime? Is it going to be, so you are coming back? Like, you already know that? Yes. Okay. Are you coming back to help evolve Iran into more spiritual love and unity practices? Yes. Okay. How long do you think that will take? Do you think it'll take more than a couple hundred years to get back to that? Oh, wow. Yes. Okay. So is Iran more likely to stay in the third density for a while? Yes. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I never asked that based on countries. Will all of Iran stay in the third density? No. Okay. So is all aspects of Earth going to stay some in the third density and some in the fifth density? No. Okay, we're not going to get into that topic again. Ah, because we could go down a whole rabbit hole there right now. Okay. Do you believe, okay, we did that one. Do women deserve the same freedoms and opportunities as men? Yes. Will women experience greater freedom in Iran over time? I just answered that. Yes. Is greater freedom for women part of Iran's future? Yes. Do the people of Iran deserve greater personal freedom? Yes. Will future leaders govern differently than past leaders? Yes, like more from love and unity? Yes. Well, that's good. In the near future? No. Okay. Uh, does Iran have weapons that the U.S. believes it has that type of weapon? No. Okay. Is that country 10 days away from developing that weapon that the U.S. and Israel believes it has? No. Allegedly in entertainment purposes only. Okay. Are they any distance away from developing that? Yes. Okay. So they do have some of the compounds to create that particular type of weapon. Yes. Are they 60 days away from having that type of weapon? No. Okay. So have we been told the truth by Iran and is in the US regarding the capabilities of Iran having that type of weapon? No. Okay. Do you feel that the premise for us being in Iran, or are you seeing are we being told the truth of why we are doing what we're doing with Iran? No. Okay. So I'm not going to go into any more detail about that because I have a feeling you guys might have more questions of what's happening right now because these questions came from a couple months ago. So go ahead and write your questions and we can always do a part 2 if there's enough interest. All right. If there's not a lot of questions or there's not a lot of comments, then I'll know that you guys just don't have that much interest in this, which is fine. All right. Okay, we did that. Will Iran gradually move towards a different form of government? Yes, but it will take a couple hundred years for that to form. Yes, it's amazing how quickly something can change. I feel, okay, am I accurate in thinking if you can look around the earth, please, and over, the amount of time that we've been on earth, humans have been controlling each other and loving each other. Is it true that it goes from love and unity quicker to fear and control quicker, like that can happen quicker? Yes, then it can move from fear and control back to unity and love. Yes. It's fascinating to me because it does seem like that. It seems like fear and control can take over love and unity much faster than love and unity can take over fear and control. So, and he's saying yes. So I think that's something we should be trying to shift. I mean, we're doing it constantly still in the comments everywhere. And I just keep, anytime I go into comments and people are talking about how they disagree with one another, there's so much division still, obviously. But I just keep planting that seed. Let's not, no more division, folks. Let's go towards love and unity, you know? So if anything you can do to not create division when you comment, not just here, because you guys generally don't, but anywhere. And if you can help call it out with love, okay? Be very careful how you call it out, because if you call it out from a place of, I know better than you, then people aren't going to hear that, right? So you guys are so good here at offering alternative views to me, that allows me to at least hear it. Doesn't mean I agree with everything, but it at least allows me to hear it. If you do it from a place of fear, because that's where those comments, if you comment in a rude way, you're really commenting from a place of fear or control, you know, like my way is better than your way. So we want to, that's one thing, us as a community, everyone who's hearing this, you could make a difference if you spend any time in the comments on other channels planting those seeds. Just plant the seeds. That's all that matters, from a very loving place. Keep it simple too. Don't go into these huge stories. Just keep it simple, keep it big picture, and be encouraging people to come together. Love and unity instead of fear and control. If you can just show them that is how everything's being discussed, that'll start planting the seed. So that could be a really good mission for our community, you know, to really be working in that area. It's so simple. It's so simple. If you're looking for something simple to do that can contribute, and the Ali is saying, yeah, look at that wide swing, you guys. Okay, would that make a difference if we as a community were to approach, you know, society that way, basically? Yes. Okay, cool. See? Cool. That's very easy, you guys. Okay. I know I say okay all the time. Okay. Okay. You guys could probably put together little shorts of every time I say okay. It would be kind of funny. Now I'm gonna be like, I can't say it. I usually say okay because I'm looking for the next question. It's like my filler. Where was I? Will Iran? Okay. Okay. Shit. Did both Iran and Western countries sometimes present incomplete pictures of the situation? Yes. Do they? Yes. Was the conflict between Iran and the West, well, let's say, is the conflict between Iran and the West driven by more than one cause? Yes. Would you say it's mostly driven by greed? Yes. And control? Yes. Did our decisions made generations ago, did decisions that were made generations ago contribute to today's tensions? Yes. Decisions by you? Yes. And decisions by other leaders in the world? Yes. Okay. So, does Trump have a sincere reason for being there in support of U.S. citizens? Yes. Okay, I know that might be hard for some of you to hear, but we're gonna, we're looking for the truth of things. Well, let me ask. He believes he is doing the right thing for the US in 2026. Yes. Is he doing the right thing for the US in 2026 in regards to Iran? Yes. All right, ask away, you guys. Again, we're not about division anymore. We're not taking sides here. So you got to be open to hearing both things. And it's good to question. It's good to question. And again, this is all entertainment purposes only. None of this is all to get us to just think differently. Think differently, question. That's okay. It's okay for us to be doing that. We're not taking sides anymore. Is it hard for me sometimes to admit that maybe he does some things correct sometimes? Yeah, because he acts like such a bimbo. He just does. Ollie agrees. He acts like such a bimbo sometimes. But, that's the stuff that they want us to see too, is his bimbo stuff. And stuff I've seen with my direct eyes, and my direct ears. So I know it for a fact. But, okay, let's see. Was the conflict, okay, we did that. Did decisions, we did that. Is the current conflict about more than politics and territory? Yes. Does it have anything to do with the Committee of 300? Ah, yes. Ah. So is the Committee of 300 pulling the strings? Oh my, yes. Okay. I kind of wondered that, you guys. So the governments, including Iran, are playing out the orders of the Committee of 300, essentially, and the organizations under that. Yes. If you missed the discussions on the Committee of 300, I will post them here at the end of this video. Also, I have another Committee of 300 Q&A to do with the lead team based on your guys' questions, and that's going to come up soon. All right. Okay. Only a couple more questions here. Do ordinary people on all sides generally want peace more than war? Yes. Is it mostly the Committee of 300 who wants to keep us allegedly in a state of war? Yes. And obviously the people under them. Yes. Are governments sometimes less interested in conflict than the public believes? No. Are they actually more interested in conflict than the public believes? Yes. And that does have to do with who's really controlling the fear and control messaging. Yes. Bummer. Is there a deeper lesson humanity is being asked to learn through these conflicts? Yes. Well, we know what it is. I mean, is it really about love and unity? Yes. And I would say boundaries. Like, again, using our voices from a love and unity place, but being very, very clear on we've been giving away, I think what happens, excuse me again, one of the messages for June 2026 from the lead team was, don't give away your power. Don't give away your power. So I think that's why this is coming to me now, that those of us who have always approached life from love and unity or wanted to, probably, I'm not saying always, again, I'm generalizing. I'm just exploring this idea right now in my own head. I have a sense that we probably give away our power more often than we intend to, that we don't even know we're doing that. Let me know how that sits with you and whether or not that's a good conversation for us to be having in the community. Because I can see how I did that most of my life, gave away my power, because I sat in the I am of love and unity. That was my spirit. But I also didn't have clear boundaries. The garbage truck just went by. I didn't have clear boundaries with the control and fear conditioning that I had, which I do now. Now, I have been challenged. Yes, I have, since I've created those boundaries. So I have. I was like, have I been tested? But yes, I have. So, and they're working for me. So that's good. So it's just something to think about. I find that interesting. Is humanity beginning to move beyond some of its old religious conflicts? Yes. But again, it's not really about humanity in general. It's about this very small group of people. Would you agree with that, Ollie? This very small group of people? Yes. And the conditioning and what they've been able to expose us to. We just have to be careful about that. Will the Middle East eventually experience lasting peace? Yes. Will that lasting peace be in a 3D experience? No. So they will experience lasting peace because they're going to be, when they shift to the 5D? Yes. Okay. So is lasting peace possible in the 3D experience? No. Again, allegedly, you can believe that or not. It's totally okay. I never ever say that anything here is truth. We're always just looking for, I don't necessarily believe everything that the lead team tells me. I believe a lot of it, but sometimes I don't. Because sometimes it doesn't sit right at the time, so it's just, again, about exploring the different ideas. And what I like about this is it gives us an opportunity to talk about other things like what we've just been talking about, Is understanding ultimately more powerful than ideology? Yes. Is it possible for humans to all live from the same truth? No. That's just it, you guys. That's where the division comes from. It's because we're all trying to convince everybody that my truth is your truth, or should be your truth, and your truth should be my truth. He's saying yes. Once we stop doing that, like, your truth is different than my truth. That's just all there is to it. And I find it really interesting because a lot of times, and people do it with such love and care, and I really appreciate it. But people from a spiritual perspective will offer a lot, like, you're doing this, there's a different way to do this, or there's a different way to say the prayer, or there's a different, okay, all that, because that's what you were taught, right? But the thing is you can ask every single person that, how they were taught here, and they will all be different. So while you're offering that idea, and I love exploring the new ones, I really do, I try exploring them, I'm still always going to come back to what my truth is, because that's the only way I can authentically show up, right? So, but that doesn't mean my truth is wrong or my prayer is wrong and I'm calling in the negative energy or whatever. It may be wrong for you, and then you experience the negative energy when you do a prayer a certain way. Do you see what I'm saying? But just because I don't experience that doesn't mean my truth is wrong. And I'm just using that as an example. because we have to look at that with everything in our lives. We are always, that's part of what causes division, is we are always looking to get everybody to agree with our truth. And once we just accept that there is no one truth, everything is gray, nothing is black and white. Maybe the only thing that's black and white is love and unity and fear and division. Maybe, I don't know, you tell me. Maybe that's the only thing we could look up at, as black and white. Then I just think we suffer so much because we're trying to get everybody to believe one thing, It's not that complicated. It's just not that complicated. Okay, 2 more questions. He's agreeing with me. You don't have to agree with me, Ollie, if that's not, but does crossing over help people? Ollie, do you think that crossing over helps people see their earthly choices from a broader perspective? Yes. Okay. If given the opportunity to live your life again, would you choose a different path? Yes. But do you have regrets about this path that you chose? No? Okay. And is that because you did grow spiritually? I mean, you evolved, right? Yes. Did you evolve backwards, do you think, from your previous lifetime? Is that possible? No, he did not. Is it possible to evolve backwards? No. Okay. Okay. I think I heard somebody say that recently, and now that's confirmation. But all right, Ollie, thank you so much. Would you be interested in having a conversation? He's already saying yes. A conversation with me via the pendulum? You would? Okay. Do you have some messages, some positive messages you can give us? Some words of advice that would be in our highest and best interest? Yes. Are you going to use my name in the message? Because if he's going to, I'm not going to talk to him. No, just teasing. He said no. Okay. All right. I'm only laughing because our last time I did the pendulum, I was like, what's going on here? Who knows, again, energy wise, that sort of thing. So, okay, you guys. So tomorrow night, we're going to have the pendulum session, and let's see what he has to say. Okay, might be kind of fun. All right. I hope this was helpful. I found this really helpful myself, so hopefully you did too. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.